I think it's because I'm going to... yeah, I think it's fine, isn't it? Brilliant. Where are we? Hello, everybody.
Hello.
So where are we today, Carrie?
We are on the Isle of Dogs, Ken.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
And
on my turf.
yeah, no, this is your manor, isn't it? Thank you very much for allowing me here yet again. So we're on so that's the north side of the river, isn't it?
Yes.
And what's directly behind us?
We have, I don't know if they can see it. Can they see it? The Cutty Ark, which was a tea clipper, wasn't it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been all over the world for tea. It's
really?
famous, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Transporting tea leaves.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. And it's very famous over there because that's also where Henry VIII was born over there.
Really?
Yeah. Then he moved away and then he come back.
And rumour has it he kept his dogs here.
That's right. Yes. See, you're learning,
No, I
aren't
am. Yeah, no, I had to research
And that's why
that.
this place is called the Isle of Dogs, apparently, so they say, because the dogs was barking across there. Now, the echoes, because I live on the river, the echoes are so bad.
Oh,
that
really?
You can really hear it opposite, yeah. It's shocking how, but, you know, especially if there's a party boat going along, the noise of a Friday and Saturday night.
Oh, really?
I thought it'd be nice and peaceful, living right on the river.
Yeah.
But,
I guess it's bouncing off these walls as well, isn't it?
yeah, it's all echoey down here.
So it's not a very low tide today, is it?
No, it was 1.4, was it?
Yeah, which is rubbish.
Yeah.
So we're
But
down.
we've still had a good...
Yeah, no, but we're down here for a reason, though, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Because what were we gonna do, but we didn't do?
Scrape against the back walls.
Yeah, we can do the back walls. And this is the spot where we're at is actually where we met the mud god.
Yeah.
By accident, not deliberately. He happened to be down here and he gave us that impromptu masterclass on how to scrape a back wall.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He certainly knows his stuff, that one.
But the stuff he found, so this was the one when he explained to us how to scrape a back wall and how to find stuff, and none of it. You and me were kind of going, oh yeah, that's really interesting, and bless him, but we didn't quite understand really what he said, and I think he picked up on that, didn't he? So then he said, well, I'll show you.
I'll show you, yeah.
And then he scrapes on the back wall and just... There was coins and stuff coming out, wasn't it? It was amazing.
Yeah,
and
the amount of stuff that come up from that back wall. I think the water goes up and it must swirl round on them corner bits and just like, you know, deposit stuff underneath the sand.
I have one of the finds from the back wall, which I didn't know what it was, but I found out last week because there was an Instagram post with it on by Laura Maitland.
Yes.
Maitland, who's got those 2 books out on mudlarking.
Yeah.
And she'd found one, and this is what the mud god actually scraped out. But I showed it to you actually when I showed you my box full of finds.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it was. But it's this. So do you remember this? So when you, I don't know whether you can see that. So what that is, you tell me what you think it is.
That's definitely lead.
Yeah. Your granddad would be happy if it'd be melting it down.
I've just got to explain. So my granddad, we find a lot of copper slag down here, and it's where the copper's been melted and it's hit the floor and it's just been, you know, left to go back solid again. And I found quite a lot down here. And now I wanted to get some for him so we could melt something down and put it in a little car, so I had something to remember him by. So it was a little project for me and him to do, because like he's 90 in a couple of weeks. So yeah, but he said to me, Carrie Ann, he said, you need a furnace because copper really needs a high temperature to melt down. So I said, I can get lead, that melts easy, doesn't it? So we're going to do a lead one instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So be careful I don't pinch that off again.
Yeah.
What is it then?
So this is amazing. So let me just check. So this is amazing. So this is now that I believe this to be, it's called a sailmaker's palm.
I've never heard of that.
No, nor did I.
No.
But it's only because she said it. So it sits in the palm of your hand like this, and it would be in a leather glove.
Right.
And they use this for the needle, so they would push the needle on there and push it through the sail.
Oh.
And the reason I think that this round piece of lead is that, not just because it's a round piece of lead, but actually when you look at it, it's all pitted.
Yeah, you can see the
and
pits in it.
there's even a hole in it, a little round hole on there.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I think that this is a sailmaker's palm, which would have sat in the palm of their hand with the leather, and I'll try and find a picture of it. And then they push a... It's amazing, isn't it?
I've never heard of that before, Ken. Thank you for teaching me that.
Yeah, and that was
That's
that was from the mud god. This is what I just found just now.
Yeah.
But it's massive, so I don't know whether it is one.
It is.
But it's massive, isn't it?
It is. It's definitely one.
Yeah. So look at this.
I love 'em.
So normally they're smaller than this, right? But just as I was walking down here, it was just lying there. But you found one down here before as well,
Yes,
haven't you?
I found one, yeah.
What is it?
A Georgian wig curler. Shall I tell them the story?
Yeah.
Right, so the story is, these wig curlers, they're made of clay, you know, like the clay pipes? So it's exactly the same material. Now what they used to do is used to go into their local bakers and ask the baker, can you put these in the oven for me, please?
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they put them in the oven to warm them up. So when they curled the hair, it made the curls stay in longer because it was warmer, rather than just putting them in cold.
Amazing.
That really does look like one, Ken.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But
And there was different sizes though.
Yeah, but this one's massive. So the ones I found in the past, again, I don't know if you can see, the ones I found in the past are a lot smaller, but this one, yeah, it's really thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's consistent with that shape where it's bulbous on one end. Obviously, the other half is broken off.
Yeah.
great,
I really
isn't
do
it?
think it is as well, because obviously the material is clay, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good, isn't
very,
it?
very good. That's what I told you when we first come down
I
here.
know.
That's where I found my first Georgian
But
wig curler.
do you know, I've been down this spot. I've been further down there.
Yeah.
But I've never kind of understood this spot.
Yeah, I've never really ventured down that way.
But it's been
too
really good
much.
today,
It
hasn't
has,
it?
yeah. We've got a lot of good things here.
Show your this.
Oh,
This is just brilliant.
this. I've got the plug to the Thames, guys. Woo! Just imagine if that was the plug and I could take it out and we could go and search all that
I
behind
know,
us.
it'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would. So this, I think this may be off like a sewers, because we have pipes coming through, don't we?
Oh yeah, because of the flat bit here.
Yeah, and so that would have, like a trapdoor sort of thing, maybe have opened. And it's got Rotherhithe written across it, which is just literally across the water from us. So once that's cleaned up, I think that is going to come up really well. Oh, you know what, Ken? I could use my hook.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I think it's amazing. What's brilliant about it, isn't it? The fact it's got Rotherhithe written on it.
Yeah, I
know.
did have one with London written on it. And I forgot to take it back up. I put it down and forgot.
These, you're right. This is what's it's. So if you go down on the Foreshore and you go on the back wall, you see the kind of pipes where stuff is kind of coming out, isn't it?
Yeah.
And these get lifted up with the pressure on it. So it's one of those. But actually, I've never looked on them to see if there's names on them.
Yeah,
or
there
anything.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
is there?
Yeah. There's names, all the different, I think, and different areas as
But
well.
so if we see one down here, is it going to have like Isle of Dog or Millwall? This is Island Gardens, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it just have. I don't know. But I know they have got writing on them, definitely. And a lot of the ones are newer though now. They're not old like that.
Right.
Yeah, and they're red and blue. Have you seen them? Red and blue coloured
No.
ones. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have a look.
Yeah.
What else did you find?
Right. Well, I think my best find today was this clay pipe. The reason being, Ken,
Oh yeah.
there's writing on it. Do you want to show?
Yeah.
To see if they can see the writing on it.
So it's
see
on
what
this
they-
side, isn't it?
See what they can.
So firstly, it's this pipe here, and then the writing is on. I don't know whether it's going to focus on that. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe we take a photo of it and I can put it on there.
Yeah. Leave it in the comments what they think, or shall I tell them?
It's got a thing on it, hasn't it?
Yes, it's got the writing, and this is from Mile End. So Mile End is, you know, Mile End train station on the underground,
yeah.
which is literally 2 miles from here. Not even that, I don't think.
See, I think
Bird's eye
that's a
view.
brilliant. So this is like Rotherhithe, which is on the other side, and then
Yeah.
this is Mile End. So it's
Yeah.
all kind of local to where we are.
Yeah, and this was found where there's a lot of like this sort of iron material. So maybe there was like a shipyard or something. So you can just imagine the men working on the ships and, you know, smoking their pipe. Yeah, so I'm interested to see the exact company. I know it says Mile End, but we were struggling on the name of that,
yeah.
wasn't we?
What was
so
the,
BAM, BAMI.
Oh, it's like BAME, wasn't it?
BAME.
BAIME or something.
Yeah.
BAME Mile End.
And also there's initials on the foot.
Yeah, so you should be able
Or
to
the
trace it
hill.
on that.
Yeah.
So that's what sort of age would you put that?
I would say 19th century.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, 1800s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of Victorian, probably mid to late Victorian on
Yeah.
that. Look at this.
Mid to late. Yeah, that's that.
lovely.
That would have had a really good pattern on it, that one.
Yeah, just nice pipe stem, but it's got lovely kind of pattern on it. Then another kind of little pipe stem with another kind of bulbous sort of pattern on it. Also, amazing pipes down here. This
Look,
one as
yeah,
well,
and this one.
1700s. Another one here, this one here.
You
And then,
walked over that one.
This one here, yeah. And I think, it's like I said to you, I think that's a brilliant thing, isn't it? You can go down there, and it's like with the mud god. Do you remember when we were down here and he was doing a tour?
Yeah.
And he walked straight over that.
big...
It's like a long pipe like this. And that was our claim to fame, isn't it? That the mud god.
We're better mudlarks than the mud god. We do have a joke down here, don't we? We're like little kids.
But it's just because he couldn't see it that we could see it. Brilliant. What else do you find?
I found Blakey. For anyone that doesn't know, I really like these. I don't know why. Got a bit of a fixation with them. So these would have gone on the bottom of boots or shoes back in Victorian times normally. But if you can see, do you want to show them? Because me leaning forward. So you can see it's worn down on one side.
So it's like a horseshoe, isn't it? But it goes on really on your work boots or on your boots.
That would have been a man's one, definitely.
Yeah, and in the 80s, isn't it? You'd get one about this size. There'd be like little things on the corner, the Blakeys that we used to have at school.
And we actually found a boot today, didn't we, with the Blakey on?
Yeah, brilliant.
That's the first one that I've seen with the actual boot with the Blakey on.
But we thought it was probably,
maybe 1920s, something like that.
Yeah, maybe up to 1940s. I did see that old nice leather in there, but the Blakey was still intact. Yeah. There was this as well.
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't it? I actually feel it's got weight to it.
It is got, it's heavy.
This is a knife handle. A couple of things on that. Firstly, either bone, but then you said you didn't think it was bone.
No, I don't think it's bone.
Because it's chipped on there, and it looks that it might be. What did you think?
Ivory.
Ivory, but it's got weight to it. Feel the weight on that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I really do think it is, Ken. I think you should get that checked out. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
though.
like on that bit there as well.
Yeah, that's.
But this is my dad's got a knife like this, which he uses at home with Dad written on it. So whenever I find any of these knives, but I think this has got age to it.
Yeah,
I was
really
kind of
do
thinking my
too.
dad and that.
What's that you've got there? Is that a Spider-Man?
Yeah, no, look at this. Find of the day. Look at this, Spider-Man. But where's the rest of his body? Somewhere out in the Thames.
I'll find his legs next week.
Yeah. Well, this is it though, isn't it? They kind of wash up and then they kind of... yeah, you find them elsewhere. This, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? So this bone here. So this is interesting. This is, because I found one before, which I think was a finger bone, but not sure on this. It's a bit bigger, but it's kind of like this bit here. Sorry, this bit here on the finger, or that bit there. I don't know if you can see it. There. Kind of looks at the thing I found. It's got so much age to it, the colour on it, so it's been in the water for
and that's what I wanted to say.
time.
You can tell by the recent bones how white they are.
Where's that from? KFC?
Yeah, people
Chicken
have been
Village.
up there having chicken and chips.
Yeah, but there's loads down here, isn't it? This particular patch is like everybody's throwing their chicken bones in there.
There's a park not too far. That's why they all sit up there and have their lunch and that. So, oh, what about the shell?
Oh yeah, was it conch?
Conch, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the ones where you used to put them up to your ear to listen to the sea? I don't know if you can see how big that is.
So that would have come from somewhere, who knows where.
Well, that barnacle that I found on the bottom of the ship, from the bottom of the ship last week. Yeah. I wonder where that's been in the world.
Yeah.
Hey.
And what else do we find? Jawbone, normal jawbones.
That's
and then
a big
an older
jawbone.
Yeah. Probably this sheep or something, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's a sheep or goat. Yeah. And then this one.
Oh yeah, that one.
You can tell.
Yeah.
See if you can tell the difference. How it's a difference.
So this is sheep. I don't know if you can see that. And you can kind of see the bones on it. And then there's this one here, which different teeth, and slightly different shape. What do you reckon this is?
That's a pig, definitely.
So that's a pig's jaw.
Their teeth look more like our teeth, so they look completely different to that one, don't they? That one's more,
Yeah, teeth are very different.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And
oh, look at this! I've got that big tooth as well.
Yeah.
That would have been a cow.
Probably cow, isn't it? Yeah, I found another one of those cows. You find quite a few that not. I didn't. Down here, not many, isn't it? You get some spots. Which
some
are like
spots where there's loads. Yeah.
And then.
You've got loads of pottery.
Yeah,
down
loads
here.
of blue pottery. Just because it's, I put these in my plant pots in the garden, and it stops the kind of loads of blue pottery. It stops, it just preserves some of the water in the pot. It stops it evaporating from the top. But loads of blue pottery down here as well. What else? Red bead, little red bead, probably modern from a fishing thing. Oh, that eel.
Oh yeah, we found. Oh, that was sad, wasn't it? I done a video on it because you could see where the eel had swallowed the hook. It was deep inside him, but when the fisherman's reeled it in, he's obviously got snagged up in some iron and that's how he couldn't get it up. So he's had to cut the line, and the eel's died for nothing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
it was about that big, was it?
Yeah, with a hook in his mouth and a line coming out and caught on a piece of old iron, wasn't it?
This is why I said, please, if there's any fishermen out there, go to a sandy bit like we're sitting on now, where there's no lots of metal iron, so they don't snag it, all the time. That'd be a good bit of advice for any fishermen out there.
Yeah.
And this as well.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if
that would have been a big bucket.
Yeah,
or
look at the size of that.
Like what they used to say.
Yeah, so the handle, but it's good shape because normally they're twisted or bits missing or
Yeah,
bent
I like
over.
these on here. I want to make a wooden bucket or something for
Yeah,
it.
it's good shape. Look at that, the way it's curled. Isn't that
Yeah,
lovely?
you can tell that's how you can date them by that
really?
curl on the end. Yeah.
And this, just the shape of that. I don't know if you can see that shape's beautiful on it. There, and one on the other side.
Very nice stuff.
Brilliant.
We've had a lot of good finds today.
I love
wonder
this
what
as well.
that has been. What that has picked up. That's must be off a big ship, do you reckon? And it goes down and picks up the big wooden crates.
Yeah, so you'd probably have like a link on it there or something, isn't it?
I love it all.
Brilliant.
mate.
Would you come back here?
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that bit down there that we said.
Yeah, but it needs to be lower, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's 1.4. So if it's like so September, hopefully, really low tides, another pipe bowl. You just look at the colour on that. It's great. So this has been out of the water and it's been travelling the Thames. So again, this is kind of the shape of it. Kind of early 1800s probably. Maker's stamp on the initials on the heel, but very different colour. Come back here if it was good. Now if it's a September low tide, do you remember where we find the Slaves Head pipe down there?
Yeah, we'll go back there.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to my spot.
Yeah.
And because when it was very low tide here, do you remember we found all the World War II stuff along here? It was very low, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's when the Mud God was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's worth actually this spot. It's a really good spot on the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah.
To come down here, and it's hard really because there's like so much beach where there's nothing.
Yeah.
And you can easily kind of then just give up on it. But it's only that time, the first time I went out properly with you, that you showed me some hot spots, and then I kind of started to understand that bit of the foreshore, and this is brilliant down
I always find where there's a lot of iron and things like this and the hooks, the big bits, or even little bits of iron, like that screwdriver thing you got there, all them type of bits. Because obviously there's been work going on in that area from old shipbuilding, building the ships. So I always like areas like that because there's been activity there by humans all them years ago.
So this is interesting. So I've got a really old car which is about 40 something years old, and part of the toolkit is one of these. So it's a screwdriver on there, and then also here is I don't know if you can see, it's a part of a wrench. But only because this reminds me of, anyway, this was on a kind of an iron patch as well. You just get a whole collection, as was this back wall. Check the back wall. But that's the idea was to come down here and check the back wall. But I tried for about 3 seconds and gave up because it was just, there's so much sand built up and everything's collected on there.
In some places it's only like this deep, but in other places like that, isn't it? So
because we're only allowed to dig, how far down are we allowed to dig?
7.5 centimetres, which is 3.5 inches.
Yeah, which is nothing. So once you start digging, and because there's a real build-up at this time of the year on there, it just makes sense. But what it does mean is on a not very low tide, which is like a 1.4 today, it's still worth going on the back wall because you can still find stuff. And the Isle of Dogs is a great place to do that when it's not so low. And opposite us is Greenwich, and again you've got plenty of foreshore there, so it's worth having a look. Anyway, brilliant.
I was just there was another thing as well. This is puzzling me. Sorry. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to take that because I'm going to find out.
It's
I'm
that bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this one, what's that one?
That one had a 5 on it, Ken. But as it's dried up,
it doesn't look like a 5 anymore.
It doesn't look like a 5 anymore.
What does it look like?
Well,
just a piece of metal. It's just
where's my medal? Is that a medal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where did that go?
It might be in my famous pouch.
Oh yeah. So, no, I see that. See, because I found one as well. Look.
Yeah, they must be. So it's not a.
Yeah. So these. So
Oh,
they
and
look like little name tags that go on something or other. I don't know.
And I thought, didn't
Oh,
I,
yeah.
when I first picked
So
it
this,
up?
if you look at it like that, it's just like, oh wow, a piece of crystal, and then you kind of go like that, and then you realise actually it's the bottom of a glass. Anyway.
Oh, sorry, I've got. Oh, Ken. Oh, that's what it is, look.
Yeah.
I don't think it is anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? But God, this was so exciting. Look at this. So it looks like a coin, and then not only does it look like a coin, but on the top it's got a bit of metal which is twisted. So we thought that might be a medal of some sort, but it's quite thin, and who knows? Give it a gentle clean and see what it
I
reveals.
hope we can find it, because I definitely did see a 5 or something. It was either on that one or the.
Yeah, no, it's on this one, wasn't it?
Was it on that
yeah.
one? I'm
No,
gonna.
but then I kind of imagine stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, but in that moment. So when we saw that, both of us just like palpitations,
Oh,
wasn't it?
yeah, look.
And
I was like, Ken, is it a coin?
No, but it was, and we kind of sat there
Yeah.
for ages just staring at it. There's nothing better than that round shape on the Foreshore when you see that.
When you
It's
see
brilliant.
that
Yeah.
feeling. But then when you go over the iron patches and there's lots of them circular iron bits, your heart's going over all
Yeah,
the
I
time.
know, and you're kind of going on overload, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's great, though. Brilliant.
Best hobby ever.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Carrie. Great to be out on the Foreshore
thank
with you again.
You know I love coming
Um,
out with you. Always
so-
have a great day.
Next month we're on day release again.
Yeah.
They'll allow us out just for one day a month.
Yeah.
So hopefully be lower tide and we can go a bit further down and find some even more incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much, Carrie. Thank you all
Thank
as
you
well.
all.
Yeah. See you again soon. Take care.